All right, so I've just been reading this book, one of my recent books. It's called Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull. He is part of Pixar Studios. He is. It's a very good book, and it obviously prompted me to put together this short video for you, a bit of training at the same time. I like to put together these mind maps because I think it gives you a good overview. You can see and breaks it down. It helps me to learn, and hopefully it'll help you to learn as well at the same time. You can go and download this over my blog in the description below, and you can also find the book in the description below via Amazon as well. But just to break down the book for you, I don't want to give too much away, but it's all about saying about don't innovate in a safe bubble is the best place to put it, because you want to basically be innovative in what you do, and that's what creativity is all about. So in this presentation, or I shouldn't say presentation, in this training here, I'm going to show you how you can obviously bring your creativity out there, because a few points that I found on there, it's all about be fearless, okay? You don't want to wait for things to be perfect before you share them. And that's what a lot of people do in this day and age. They want everything to be perfect. They want their marketing strategy to be correct. They want their blog to be perfect. They want the article to be perfect. But you don't need it to be that. You want to show early on, and you want to show as often as possible. So you want to show to people, your friends, your family. Get out there, because as I say, you want to fail early, fail fast. That's the best way of doing it. So I always say there's no failures. It's all about run experiments, okay? As long as experiments are not too costly, no one hurts, no one gets hurt from it, it's perfect, because whether it's within, no matter what you're doing, whether you're in business or marketing, you've got to test, you've got to experiment, and that's how you're going to learn from your mistakes. And it all comes down to being creative, and you've got to basically just forget about the rules, the processes. You also want to basically be killing innovation. Okay, it's all about being fearless. That's basically the nutshell of the book. I don't want to kill too much of the storyline for you, but a bit of a summary for you. But do go and buy it. It's a good read. Just finished it myself. And with that being said, I'm going to just go into this little bit of training here. So talking about creativity. So when you look at creativity, so the meaning of creativity is all about the use of imagination or original ideas to create something, inventiveness. Okay, that's what creativity means. So with that being said, you want to be turning your ideas into reality. It's as straightforward as that. Okay, and the fact is, we can all be creative. You got to think to yourself. You see a lot of people, and I speak to a lot of people, when whether they're writing something like ad copy or they're wanting to put together a blog post, they say, "Oh, I can't write this because I'm not creative enough. My friend does it better, or someone else does it better than me." But the fact is, we can all be creative, and the best way I say about creative is you got to have a process of. Sorry, it can be learned like anything. That's what creativity is. So just like you learn to improve your memory, you learn about different subjects. You want to learn to be a doctor, you want to learn to be a scientist. Creativity is the same. You can learn about it. And the way I look at it is, you got to think back to when you was a kid. Scroll over there. You got to think back to when you was a kid, okay? Because the fact is, the older we get, the less creative we become. But when you think back to your kid days when you were at school, where it was in art class, you were painting, drawing, playing music, that's when your creativity is at its highs, at its peak. And we seem to deteriorate over time with our creativeness, and that's the problem with when we get older and trying to get businesses going, because the creativity is not there, and this obviously slows us down. It makes us lack in certain aspects as well. But if you keep your creativity, that's why you look like now. You see people, I can't remember, a 12-year-old selling a news site to Yahoo, I think it was, for millions, maybe even £1 billion, because he's young. That's why you're seeing the creativity is becoming now. So that's the way we're going to look forward. And it is like a simple process. Okay. I like to call this the FEEP process. Okay. So you got to get the foundation of knowledge. You got to find the knowledge, what you're looking for. Okay. And then 2 E's, experiment and explore. Okay. So what I mean by that, like I said, within the book Creativity Inc., it's all about experimenting. And once you experiment, you explore the possibilities of what you can go with that. And then you practice. Okay. You practice it. You may get it wrong the first time, but you get back up. Like I say, when I used to play football, I still play football now, but not as much as I used to. I used to play football. You'd practice each and every day. You would try, you would explore and experiment new tricks, new techniques, okay? But that's after you've got the foundations of knowledge. You've seen other people doing it, okay? So it's the same process when being creative, okay? But this is what we start to lack. This is what we start to put in the back of our mind, and this is where creativity starts to dip with an everyday life. So you need to get this back into action. Foundation knowledge, experiment, explore, and practice the best things about it. Because there's a lot of myths behind being creative. They say, "Oh, my parents weren't creative, so I'm not creative, or I didn't learn it at school, I didn't do art at school or music at school, so I can't be creative. It's all rubbish. Like I say, it can be learned like anything else. You just got to go out there and just become more creative. I say the best way of looking at it is you look at the greats, okay? You got people like Mozart. He trained for 16 years before he actually produced an acknowledged masterwork, okay? That's it all. Shakespeare, again, Picasso, Edison. The good thing about Edison, he made more mistakes than anyone else. But the fact is he patented most of them. I think he had over 3,500 notebooks when he passed away. Notebooks of just ideas. And that's what we should be like. Ask yourself, how many notebooks you got of ideas written down? Have you got the next big thing? Okay, it may not be perfect, but it could be possible. Okay, this is where it comes to you and creativity. So just touching on Edison point there. Okay, the future is all about creativity. So you look like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I could have named a whole lot more here. This is the way we're going towards. Okay, have you got the next idea, the next Facebook, the next Instagram? Okay, it's possible for any of us to do this. Mark Zuckerberg, it took him time. He had the foundation of knowledge. He experimented. He did it just within his college. He explored, and he built it from there onwards. Okay, and this is about people being creative again, using their minds, being clever about it. And the fact are, it all starts with an idea. It's as simple as that. You've got to create something. I always say just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So best way again, associate yourself with creative people. Same, if you want to be wealthy, you associate yourself with wealthy people. If you want to be creative, you associate yourself with creative people. Okay? You start to see this cycle within life, really, within business, within marketing, within everything, because it all starts to sound repetitive, but it's how it is, really. It's as simple as just connecting the dots together. Okay? And I read this, I can't remember where I saw this. I think it was another book which I was touched on recently, but it's all about right brainers are going to rule the world. That's the way we are heading towards, because of all the knowledge out there, the technology and everything, this is where the world we're coming into. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still people out there, like people who are in the finance niche and everything, it's still going to make money. But going forward, you look at companies like Facebook, Instagram, they're billion-dollar companies now, okay? And they're less than 10, 15 years old. That's what you have to realize. So with that being said, right brain is going to rule the world. Because there's 4 different cycles. So we had the agricultural age, which is basically farmers, the industrial age, factory workers, the information age, which is not too far gone, knowledge workers, and the conceptual age, creators and emphasizers. Obviously, don't get me wrong, previously, like I said, we had people like Edison, Picasso back in the time, but this is where we're going to now. People being creative, creators, okay? And the fact is, all you have to do is start feeding yourself creativity. It's easy. You want your mind to burst creativity, whether it's reading poems, reading magazines, listening to music, whatever you feel like your creativity lies within, go get more of it. Have it until your head bursts, until you can explain. I always say, if you can stand in front of the Queen, the President, and speak for hours and hours about your desired niche, that's when you know you are good at what you do, okay? And it's all about being creative at the same time. You want to have all these ideas flowing through your mind. Like I say, Edison had over 3,500 books on his ideas. I guarantee people who are watching this, everyone watching this, not even got 5 full books of ideas, okay? That's the difference. So when you start being more creative, is the best way to point out. I just want to keep this video nice and short. Obviously, you can subscribe to my channel. There's going to be a lot more videos doing similar to this. Like I say, I like to put these presentations together. I keep calling them presentations, but it's really training. It's more like a mind map, basically. Like I say, you can go and download this over at the website. The link is below as well. Please subscribe, like I did say. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to bringing more great content to you in the very near future. Speak soon.